Hello everyone, this is Mr. JC. In the last video we started chapter number 5, and last week you did a quiz on chapter number 5 and you completed homework as well. We'll continue with chapter number 5, and in today's class I will be talking about the sine law. So basically the sine and cosine laws are used to find out the missing angles and missing sides of the triangles which are not right triangles. After this video I will be posting another video about the cosine law. One important thing that I want to mention before starting this video is when you will do your quizzes or the homeworks, in some of the questions it might not be specified like which law to use to solve the triangles. So it will be you who will be deciding when to use the sine law and when to use the cosine law. But don't worry, because in this video I will be telling you when you can use the sine law and when you can use the cosine law. So let's begin. And in this video I will be talking about the law of sine. We'll try to solve the triangles when the side angle and angle is given to you, or angle side angle is given to you. Similarly, we'll try to solve the triangles with side angle triangles, and we will use some applied problems. Now the big question is when to use the sine law. The sine law, for example, guys, you have a triangle. So this is what you need to remember. Look at this one. If one side, any one side, you have three sides of a triangle, right? So any one side, for example, this side is given to you. If one side and any two angles are given to you, any two angles, now you have 1, 2 and 3 angles, right? So any two of these are given to you. So let's say this angle is given to you and this angle is given to you. If two angles and one side is given to you, go ahead and use the sine law. In other case, if two sides, any two sides, for example, let's say this side is given to you and this side is given to you, and one angle which is opposite to one of the given sides. So one angle which is opposite to the given side. So this is the given side. So angle opposite to the given side is this one, and the angle opposite to this given side is this one. So if one of these angles is given to you, you can still use the sine law. Now the question is, what is the sine law? So the sine law says that sine of angle A divided by side A equals to sine of angle B divided by side B equals to sine of angle C divided by side C. The same law can also be written as, if I take the reciprocal of this one, like if I flip all the fractions, then I can also write it as side A over sine A equals to side B over sine C. Sine B equals to side C divided by sine C. One thing that it's worth noting is, if you write the first part as A over sine A, then please make sure that in the rest of the two parts the sides are in the numerator. Okay, so which means you cannot write this thing as sine B over B. This will be wrong. This is not equal to this. Okay, if the side is in the numerator, then all the sides should be in the numerator. Let's solve some questions here. So in this first question, let me draw a triangle here. The first question says angle A is 40. Let's say this is angle A and this is 40 degrees. Angle B is 60. So any one of these two angles, this one or this one, angle B, let's say this is angle B, so I call it 60 degrees because it's given to me. And side A is equal to 4. Now because this one here is angle A, therefore the side opposite to this should be side A. So this side A equals to 4. Now because this is here angle B, so the side opposite to this should be side B. And of course this is angle C, and then this is the side C. To find the third angle is very easy, because we all know that the sum of all three angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So if angle A is 40, angle B is 60, we have to find the measurement of angle C. Then simple algebra tells us that the measurement of angle C equals to, because this is going to be 100, so if you move the 100 on the other side, then you have 180 minus 100 and equals to 80 degrees. So the measurement of angle C is only 80 degrees. So we can now say that C equals to 80 degrees. Now we have to find out the two sides. So once again, this was 40, this was 60, this was 80, and this was a equals to 4. Now we have to find out side B and side C, for which we can use the sine law. So according to the sine law, the sine of angle A divided by A equals to sine of angle B divided by B equals to sine of angle C divided by C. I'll take these two first, because I have angle A and I have side A, so I have to use this one. So sine of angle 40 divided by 4 equals to sine of angle B. Now angle B is, as you can see, it's 60, but I have to find out side B. In this case, you all know what to do. You can do the cross multiplication. So according to the cross multiplication, this is cross multiplication, by the way. So B sine of 40 equals to 4 times sine of 60, and B will be equal to 4 times sine 60 divided by sine 40. And now you can use your calculator to calculate this. 4 times so if you use your calculator, then the answer for side B should be equal to 5.39. Now since you have side B, you can use the same method to find out the side C, and for that I would use again the same law. Sine of angle A divided by A equals to sine of angle C divided by C. By the way, if you want, since you already have side B and angle B, you can also use sine B divided by B equals to sine C divided by C. So both will give you the same answer, but for now I'm going to use this one. So sine of 40 divided by 4 equals to sine, we found out sine angle C, which was 80 degrees, divided by C. Once again, the cross multiplication will give us C equals to 4 times sine 80 divided by sine 40. And once again, if you use your calculator, so I'll have 4 times sine of 80 degrees divided by sine of 40 degrees. The answer is going to be 6.13. So this is the answer for side C. Let's move on. Now in this question, we have angle A, which is 35, angle B, which is 15 degrees, and side C, which is 5. This question is very similar to the one that I just solved for you. So I expect you all to solve this question, and if you need any help with this, please feel free to send me an email and I'll be very happy to help. Now this is a bit of a different kind of question in which two sides are given to me and one angle is given to me. First question that you should ask yourself is whether you can use the sine law or not. So for that, let's draw a triangle which is not a right triangle. Let's say, sorry, I'll have to redraw this. So let's say this is side A, which is 6. This is side B, which is 8. If this is side A, then the angle opposite to this should be angle A, which is given to be 35 degrees. If this is side B, then this should be angle B. And if this is side C, then this should be angle C. Now, as you can see, that two sides are given to me, 6 and 8. These two sides are given to me, and one angle opposite to the given side is given to me. So according to the second law of sine, I can use the sine law. So let's begin and let's use the sine law to find out the missing angles and missing sides. I would first try to find out the missing side, missing angle. I'm sorry. Let's try to find out missing angle first. So we can use sine of angle A divided by A equals to sine of angle B divided by B equals to sine of angle C divided by C. Let's see what we have. We have side A and we have angle A, so I can certainly use this one. Sine of 35 degrees divided by 6 equals to, now as you can see, I have side B. It's easy for me to find out angle B, so let's first use this one, equals to sine B divided by 8. So we need to do the cross multiplication once again, and that would be 8 sine of 35, 8 times sine of 35 divided by 6 equals to sine b. And if I solve this thing, 8 times sine of 35 divided by 6 will give me 0.76. So sine b is equal to 0.76. Now I have to find the angle b, but angle b has sine with this, so we need to get rid of this sine. So what I'm going to do is, if you want to get rid of this sine, or if you just want to find out the angle, the option that we use from our calculators is the sine inverse. So basically sine inverse means taking this sine on the other side. So to calculate this, the angle b will be equal to sine inverse of 0.76. Now from your calculator, to calculate sine inverse, what you need to do is press shift sine and 0.76, and you can have the answer, which will be angle b equals to 49.46. Now as you can see, I already have angle A, I have angle B. It's easy to find angle C now, because we know A plus B plus C should be equal to 180 degrees. A is already, I have 35, B I just found out, which is 49.46, and C I can find out. So according to my calculator, 180 minus 49.46 minus 35 will give me 95.54. So angle C is 95.54. Now I have angle B, I have angle C, I have side A, I have side B. I can again use the sine law to find out angle C. So I will leave it here for you. I want you to find out angle side C, and please share your answers with me. And if you need any help on this, you're most welcome to write me an email. I will also be available to have live chat with you. You can request the live chat, and I can talk to you on Google Hangouts. Moving on, let's solve some applied problems here. The question is, Jimmy's house is 3 meters away from Peter's house, and distance of Kim's house from Peter's house is 2 meters. So it looks like that we are talking about 3 people. So let's say this is Jimmy's house, this one, and this is Kim's house, and this is Peter's house. Okay, so the question is that Jimmy's house is 3 meters away from Peter's house, so this distance is 3 meters. And the distance of Kim's house from Peter's house, this distance is 2 meters. What is the distance between Jimmy and Kim's house? So Jimmy and Kim's house, this is the distance that we have to find out. And another thing that is given to us is, what is the distance between Jimmy and the Kim's house if the angle from Kim's house to both houses is 50 degrees. This house is, the angle made from Kim's house to both houses is 50 degrees. Now as you can see, I have two given sides, one angle opposite to the given side, so I can use the sine law once again. To use the sine law, so let's use this. Sine of angle 50 divided by 3 equals to sine of J. So J is this angle divided by 2. First of all, I will try to find out angle J. So let's do the cross multiplication, and I'll have 2 times sine 50 divided by 3 equals to sine J, and 2 times sine 50 degrees divided by 3 gives me 0.51. And again the sine inverse of 0.51 will give me 30.71. Right, so now we have angle J, which is 30.71. Once we have angle J, it's easy to find out angle P, this one angle. And So to find out angle P, as you know, what we can do here is angle A. I'm sorry, we had 50 degrees plus 30.71 degrees plus the angle that we had P that we had to find out. It should be equal to 180 degrees. So 180 minus all these will give us 99. So angle P is 99.29. Now it's easier to find out the distance between the Jimmy and Kim's house. So if you remember, this was Jimmy's house, this was Kim's house, this was Peter's house, and we said that Jimmy and Peter's, this was 3 and this was 2. This is what we have to find out. And now since we already know that this is 99.29, so all I can do is now sine of this angle was already given to us 50. So sine of 50 divided by 3 equals to sine of this angle 99.29 divided by the side, which is unknown to us. So you know that what we need to do is here the cross multiplication. So the cross multiplication gives us 3 times sine 99.29 whole divided by sine 50. And if you use this on your calculator, 3 times sine 99.29 divided by sine 50 degrees, the answer is 3.86. So 3.86. So the distance from Jimmy and Kim's house is 3.86 meters. If you have any questions about this, once again, please feel free to ask me. That's it, guys. Thank you very much. You do not have to solve the last one. That's okay. But this question here, solve the applied problem. I would like you to read this problem. Okay, I have already made a picture for you so that you can understand this problem here. So read this problem, look at this picture, use the sine law to find out the missing angles and missing sides. Okay, and please share your answers with me. On Thursday you will have on Saturday you will have a quiz on the sine law and the cosine law. Thank you very much, and soon I will post another video for you about the cosine law. Thank you.